Hi friends, welcome back. Sir, in the last videos we covered almost around 5 topics we discussed already, right? Sir, these are the 5 topics we discussed. Observe that overview of Java 9 new features I covered. Next and after that private methods inside interfaces we discussed. Of course, I'm not going to talk because we discussed in detail. Next, try with resource enhancements in the 1.9. What enhancements came we covered. Diamond operator which came in the 1.7 version. Sir, in the 1.9 version what enhancements are there, and then SafeVarargs Annotation. Okay, these 5 topics we covered already. I hope you people enjoyed with these 23 videos. Up to this we covered 23 videos related to these 5 topics, right? Sir, now the next topic what I have to start, very important topic, sir. The next topic what I have to start, sir, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Are you getting that? What is the word? Can you spell out, sir? Factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Sir, this concept is a bit most misunderstood by several people, but actually the original, I mean the required concept what I want to discuss for you people, right? Just observe that. Sir, now what is the topic name? Factory methods, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Are you getting? For creating unmodifiable collections. But make sure, sir, in this line every word is the very important, sir. Sir, the first word collection, you should have clarity. Anyway, the people who don't know about collections, just basic idea I will provide. Matter of just 3 to 4 minutes I will spend. Don't worry about that. Next and after that, here unmodifiable, it is also very important word. Next and after that, factory method, it is also very important word. Are you getting that? So our title itself having several conclusions are there. Sir, factory method for creating unmodifiable collections. Remember this one, sir. Sir, the first word, let me perform postmortem very briefly at very top level, right? Okay, sir, in the last somewhere in my SCJP, OCJP videos I covered almost 30 hours only for collections concept. Are you getting? But I'm not going to discuss 30 hours. Just let me talk about 2 to 3 minutes just to cover to understand our concepts, right? Sir, first point here is what is collection? Are you getting? Sir, what is the collection? Anyone, can you please tell? What is the collection, sir? Sir, collection, it's a normal word. Collection of books, collection of items, or collection of, do you know, pens, like this. Collection, what is the collection? If you want to represent a group of objects as a single entity, sir, I have 10 student objects are there, or 10 customer objects are there. I want to represent these 10 customer objects or 10 student objects as a collection, as a single entity. Then we should go for what? Collection. Clear for all of it? Sir, just observe. I have, sir, here student object 1, student object 2, student object 3, student object 4, student object 5, okay, student object 6, student object 7. Sir, I have 7 student objects are there. I want to represent these 7 student objects as a single entity. Are you getting? I want to represent these 7 student objects as a single entity. Then we should go for what? Collection. Sir, can you spell out what is collection? If you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, if you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for what? Collection. Clear for all of it, okay? Sir, what is the collection? A group of objects as a single entity itself is a collection. Next, this collection, sir, some collections are list type, some collections are set type, some collections are queue type. Are you getting? This collection divided into 3 types, right? What is the first category? List type. What is the second category? Set type. Third category, queue type. Anyway, in our collections we discussed all, right? Sir, what is the list? List, or what is the difference between list and set? Very important. So to cover our concept, our Java 9 enhancement, compulsory you people should be aware list and set. Sir, can you please spell out what is the difference between list and set? Array, very important, man. What is the difference between list and set? Do you know? If you want to represent a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for collection. Are you getting? List is also collection. If you want to represent a group of objects as a single individual, a group of individual objects as a single entity, then we should go for list. But speciality of list is, have you observed, right? The first point, duplicates are allowed. Remember this one, sir. Duplicates are allowed or not? Yes. In the case of list, duplicates are allowed. Duplicates are allowed. Second one, sir, insertion order preserved. Remember this one. Insertion order preserved, sir. So if you want to duplicate objects in your collection, sir, duplicates are allowed, no problem at all. Sir, next, in which order we inserted, in the same order only I want, then we should go for in the same order only, the object should be stored internally. If you want, if you have this type of requirement, happily we can go for what? List concept. Clear for all of it? Sir, what is the collection? Collection is nothing but a group of individual objects as a single entity. What is the list, sir? List is also a collection where duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. Sir, in which order we added? In the same order only the output is going to come, or otherwise in the same order only the internally inside memory the objects will be stored. Such type of collection is nothing but one list concept, right? Okay, remember. Sir, what is the set? What is the set? For the set, exactly counterpart. Are you getting that? Set exactly counterpart. In the set, duplicates are not allowed. Remember this one, sir. In the set, duplicates are not allowed. In the set, insertion order not preserved, sir. Sir, sometime I want unique objects. I don't want to allow duplicates, right? Without duplicate, order is not important. I want to represent objects without duplicate. Happily we can go for what? Set concept. Clear for all of you, right? If any person is asking what is the difference between list and set, you should tell, in the case of list, duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. But in the case of set, duplicates are not allowed, insertion order not preserved. Are you in a position to understand, right? So that's all. Queue concept, anyway, it is also one type of collection. Before processing, if you want to perform some operation, prior to processing, if you want to represent a group of objects, better to go for queue concept. In our collections concept I discussed in detail, but related to our current topic, queue concept we are not required to discuss. Remember that, sir. So I hope everyone in a position to understand. Just it's a small review of your existing knowledge, right? What is collection? What is collection? What is the list and what is the set? Remember this one, sir. Sir, in the case of list, duplicates are allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Insertion order preserved or not preserved? Preserved. But in the case of set, duplicates are not allowed, insertion order not preserved. Remember this one. In which order the elements will be stored in the case of set? We don't know. Internally it depends on hash code or some sorting order. Okay, there is some concept there in the case of set. Set never allows duplicates. Set never going to preserve insertion order. But in the case of list, duplicates are allowed, insertion order preserved. Clear, right? Up to this. Next, one more collection we have to discuss, right? Sir, up to this we covered list concept and then set concept. Basic idea. The people who don't know about that part, sir, you have to get some basic idea, right? And then there is one concept is there, sir, map concept. Are you getting? Sir, collection, a group of individual objects. Are you getting? Sir, first object, second object, third object, fourth object, fifth object. Sir, there is no link between these objects. Are you getting? No link. It is one object, it is one object, one object, one object, like there is no relation at all. If you want to represent a group of individual objects, then we should go for one collection. Sir, what is the map? Map is nothing but a group of key value pairs. Are you getting? Map is nothing but one, a group of key value pairs. If you want to represent a group of key value pairs, then we should go for one map concept, right? Sir, best example, here student roll number and the student name. Student roll number and the student name. 101 is the roll number. Durga is the name of the student. 102 is the roll number. Shiva is the name of the student. 103 is the roll number. Ravi is the student name. Can you tell how many roll numbers are there? 3. How many names are available? 3 names. Sir, if you want to represent a group of objects as key value, then we should go for what? Map concept. Map is nothing but a group of key values. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, all these things are keys, all these things are values. Remember that. Sir, now my question is, sir, what is this key? Duplicate keys are not allowed. Remember that in the case of map, duplicate keys are not allowed, but the values can be duplicated, no problem at all. Happily you can take duplicate values, but the duplicate keys are not allowed. Clear for all of you, right? Sir, next, sir, each key value pair. Sir, this is one key value. This is another key value. Have you observed, right? This is another key value like. Sir, how many key values are there? 3. 3 key value pairs are there. Each key value pair is called entry. Remember this one, sir. Each key value pair is called what? Entry. It is an interface name present inside map interface. Remember, technical word only. Each key value pair is by default considered as what? Entry. Clear for all of you, right? So, if you want to talk about this concept in Java 9, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collection, the first word what you have to give it, what is collection? Collection is nothing but a group of individual objects as a single entity. Then we should go for collection. Duplicates are allowed. Insertion order preserved in the case of list. Next, duplicates are not allowed. Insertion order not preserved. That is the rule of set. Are you getting? Next, if you want to represent a group of key value pairs, then we should go for what? Map. Duplicate keys are not allowed, but values can be duplicated. Each key value pair is called what? Entry. Remember that? Are you getting basic idea about sir collections concept, right? Now, first word what you people should aware, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collections. What is collection? What is set, list, map? These words you people should aware, right? Clear, right? So what is our topic we have to discuss, right? Sir, factory methods for creating unmodifiable collections. Up to this we performed postmortem. What is collection? Basic idea you got. Next word what I have to discuss, unmodifiable. Remember, these ones are very important word. Unmodifiable. Can you tell what is the meaning of unmodifiable? The name itself indicates, are you observed? Unmodifiable. Sorry, you can't modify, you can't change. Such a type of unmodifiable objects are also known as immutable objects. Are you getting? Such a type of unmodifiable objects also known as immutable objects. Then immediately we ask, sir, what is immutable object? What is the advantage of immutability? What is the need of creating unmodifiable collections, right? Sir, now it's a very common requirement, sir, to have immutable objects. Immutable, non-modifiable, unmodifiable objects is very common requirement in our programming. Sir, very exactly. Observe that. Sir, do you know string objects are immutable? I hope you may ever in your core Java classes somewhere. String objects are immutable. All wrapper class objects are immutable. Are you getting? All wrapper objects are immutable. Then what is the meaning of immutability? Sir, once we create an object, I created an object, you are not allowed to perform any changes to that object. Are you getting? Sir, once we create an object, we can't perform any changes to that object by mistake. If you are trying to change, sir, of course you can't change. Such a type of non-changeable objects are by default considered as immutable objects. Are you getting that? In Java, string objects is immutable. All wrapper class objects also by default immutable, right? Then immediately you ask, sir, what is the need? What is the need of having this immutable object? Up to this is the clear what is immutable objects are? Very simple, the name itself indicates, boss, once you create an object, you are not allowed to change its content. Suppose I created one collection object. Assume that inside collection there are multiple individual objects are there, sir. Assume that. Sir, once you create this collection object, you can't add a new element, you can't remove existing element, you can't replace existing, you can't change anything. Such type of objects are by default considered as what? Immutable object. It may be collection object, it may be string object, it may be wrapper class object, or it may be student object, customer object also. Sir, what is the meaning of immutable? We can't change content of this object. Such type of nature is by default considered as what? Immutable. Clear? Are you getting right? Sir, now what is the advantage of this immutable object? Very simple, sir. Let me explain a small story with respect to the string so that you can aware, sir. Suppose assume that I want to develop one voter registration application. Are you getting that? I want to develop one voter registration application like this, right? Sir, all voters in India, almost around 130 crore population is there. Minimum some 80 crores or 90 crores sir voters are there. All these people have to register. Are you getting? All these people have to register, right? Voter registration application I want to develop. Sir, now in that we require to provide, being voter, I require to provide several fields. My city name I have to provide, my father name, my mother name, next date of birth, all these things I have to provide. Assume that, sir, I am the voter 1. For the voter 1, I entered my city name as Hyderabad. Are you getting? What is the city name I entered, sir? Hyderabad. I entered my city name as Hyderabad. Like this I did. Sir, if I entered my city name as Hyderabad, take very special care, sir. Okay, I entered my city name as what? Hyderabad. I entered. If I enter my city name as Hyderabad, yes, one string object with the Hyderabad content is going to be created. Remember that. Sir, second voter came. Second voter also entered his city name as Hyderabad. Are you getting? So for the second voter, is it required to create a separate new string object with the name Hyderabad? Not required, because Mas Hyderabad just now we created for the voter 1. Oh, for the second voter also, why don't you reuse this object? Are you getting? Why don't you reuse this object like for the voter 2 also? My JVM provided same object. Are you getting? Voter 3 from the Hyderabad came. Then automatically voter 3 also, sir, provided the same. Okay, same object, because his city name also Hyderabad only. Within Hyderabad, assume that 1 crore voters are available. How many voters are available? 1 crore. For all those 1 crore voters, I used the same city name. Are you getting that? So, what is this concept is reusing same object for multiple references or with multiple references. Correct or not? Sir, now my question is, how many voters are available? Are respond, man. How many voters are available? 1 crore. How many voters are there? 1 crore. But how many objects are available? Only one object. Only one object, but 1 crore references are available. Sir, we are not required to create 1 crore separate object. Create only one object. Reuse the same object with for all these 1 crore members. Sir, what is this one, sir? Reusing the same object. Are you getting? Reusing the same object. What is the biggest advantage we are going to get because of this reusability? Point number 1. Sir, how many objects we require to create? We have to create only one object or 1 crore object? Only one object. If only one object is required to create, sir, instead of 1 crore object, how much performance improvement? How much memory utilization? That's why the biggest advantage of reusing the same object is memory utilization will be improved. Are you getting? Performance will be improved because we are not required to create 1 crore object. We can create only one object. With that object only, I can able to manage 1 crore voters or 1 crore references, right? Are you able to understand, right? So if I reuse, the biggest advantage, memory utilization, performance improvements by default will be there. Clear? Up to this. So reusing the same object, is it recommended or not? Highly recommended, man. Memory will be saved, performance improvements are there. Sir, we are not required to store 1 crore object. We require to store only one object. Sir, how much memory utilization are getting? We can save memory like anything. we are not required to create 1 crore objects. We can create only one object. How much performance improvement? Because creating object is a very costly operation. Sir, don't create 1 crore. Only one object is enough. Share that object with every reference. Is it clear for all of you? So, if I share in the case of string concept, the same thing is going to be happen in SCP area. But anyway, sir, this is sharing is there. Sir, if a same object shared with several references, then there may be a chance of some small problem is there. What is the problem is? What is the advantage we are getting? Yes. What is the advantage we are getting? Memory utilization will be improved. Performance will be improved like anything. Yes, it's too good. But if you are getting something, you may miss something. Are you getting? You may miss something. What is the problem here is, observe that, sir. Sir, suppose after 1 week, V3, what are 3, want to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. Assume that V3 person want to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. He got transferred to Vijayawada. That's why his city name is Vijayawada. He is going to enter. By mistake, if this person is allowed to change his city name from Hyderabad to Vijayawada, are you getting? By mistake, if this V3 is allowed to change Hyderabad to Vijayawada, how many members are going to be affected? Are you getting? All the 1 crore people are going to be affected or not? Yes, remember, sir, earlier for all the 1 crore people, city name as Hyderabad. Okay, by assuming that these many references, reusing that. But one person, by using one reference, if we are allowed to change the content, then all the remaining references are going to be affected. Correct or not? Sir, today morning, I kept my city name as Hyderabad. After 10 minutes, you can check your city name may be Vijayawada. After 20 minutes, if you check, your city name may be Vizag or otherwise Warangal. Sir, without your impact, sir, keep on changing. Then, instead of memory advantage or performance improvement, sir, may be a chance of abnormal behavior for my application. Remember this, are you getting right? Wherever reusability is there, there may be a chance of this type of problem. Correct or not? Okay? Sir, how many objects are there? Only one. How many references are there? 1 crore. 1 crore references point into the same object. By mistake, one person trying to change the content, then all the remaining people are going to be affected or not? Yes. Okay. So, how I can prevent this type of problem? Remember, wherever reusability is there, wherever memory utilization and performance are there, compulsory that object we have to make as non-changeable. Are you getting right? So, here we have to make this object as non-changeable. Once, sir, we created an object. Okay, because this object shared with multiple references, sir, we are not allowed to change the content. By mistake, if any person trying to change the content, sir, with this, he may go for new object like this, so that existing references are not going to be affected. Clear for all of it? Okay, this is the thing which is going to be happen in the case of string concept, right? But anyway, sir, what is the need of immutability? If this object is not immutable, if this object is not unmodifiable, if this object is not changeable, okay, by mistake if it is changeable, then it's always a problem or not. That's why, so sometimes in our programming, sir, for reusability purpose, to get memory utilization benefit and to get performance benefit, compulsory objects should be sir, non-changeable. Such a type of non-changeable objects are nothing but immutable objects. Remember this one, sir. Wherever reusability is there, wherever, okay, memory utilization, performance improvements you want with reusing the same object, compulsory there we have to implement which concepts are immutability concept. Clear for all of it? So it may be string object or it may be collection object. It may be collection object, right? Sir, I created one collection. I want to share this collection. Collection is nothing but data, a group of objects. I want to share this group of objects for multiple people. Are you getting? Sir, reference 1, reference 2, and so on. 1 crore references point into the same. Are you getting? So, if 1 crore people are accessing the same collection. If one person trying to change, remaining people are going to be affected. That's why yata pata programming requirement. It is the very common requirement there. Okay, immutable collections, unmodifiable collections. Clear for all of it? So up to this we covered only two words. What is the first word, sir? What is the first word? Collection. Collection is nothing but what? A group of objects. Second word is nothing but what? Unmodifiable. Unmodifiable. What is the meaning of unmodifiable, sir? Can you spell out? Non-modifiable. I mean you can't change. Such type of unmodifiable object is nothing but immutable object. Sir, what is the need of immutable object? Sir, if you want to reuse the same object with multiple references, compulsory this object should be, okay, immutable. No one is allowed to change the content. Clear for all of it? So yata pata programming requirement, it is the very common, it's very common that, okay, we require to create unmodifiable collection objects. Are you in a position to understand, right? Up to this only two words I did. One is what is collection, second one is what is the need of unmodifiable object or immutable object. That's